want him to be the one taking the important shots.
Now, New York starting five. They've got Karl Anthony Towns. Jalen Brunson is out there with Mikal Bridges. Then it's OG Anunoby, and it's Hart in at the four-man position. And for Indiana, at small and power forward, it'll be Mathurin and Siakam. Then there's Andrew Nembhard, and it's Matthews in at the shooting guard position. And coming into this game, Grant, is it fair to say this feels like it should be a blowout?
Well, on paper, that would be the assumption. But, B.A., this is why we play the games. Anything can happen, and any team can pull off an upset.
Now here's Hart. Outside Anunoby. Pass to Towns. Releases. And the jumper is good.
Towns is money off the catch and shoot.
Indiana on offense. Siakam in the post. Hart's there. Siakam, no good. And so it's Towns with it. He brings it up for the Knicks. Brunson passes to Hart. Bridges feeling it out a little bit. That one's good. And it's Towns with the assist.
You don't want to let Bridges find what he's looking for on the perimeter. You know, he's got an improving stroke from distance.
Siakam outside. Pass to Nembhard. With the 10-footer. Good as the jump shot falls.
Got himself into really good position there. Can't pass that shot up, guys.
Nembhard against Brunson. Now Anunoby. Three-pointer. And the Knicks, another three.
Yeah, Anunoby likes that corner angle. He's very comfortable from there.
First quarter and about a minute and a half in. Here's Siakam. He's now 1 for 2 with that bucket.
That's the finesse part of his game right there. Lofting in that little teardrop.
The Knicks have gone 3 of 3 so far from the floor. And let's swing it over to the sideline and hear from Allie.
Just a bit ago, Rick Carlisle and I were able to chat. We talked about the matchup issues that Karl Anthony Towns creates for defenses. Coach said the combination of size and skill make Cat a tough cover. If you put a center on him, he can beat them with his quickness or his perimeter game. And if you put a wing on him, he can overpower them in the post. Back to you guys.
And Allie, thank you for that. And New York has possession, following the bucket by the Pacers.
They've missed just 1 of 5 shots so far. I like the look of this offense.
You know, Grant, for a guy who started playing basketball at age 17, Siakam has put together quite the resume.
Yeah, B.A. Pascal is a champion. He's got multiple All-Star and All-NBA selections, and one of the great developmental stories when you think about his discovery through basketball without borders.
Here's Anunoby. After the basket by Indiana on the other end. Towns up top. Clock at 6. Pass to Brunson. Here's Bridges. The three. Yes. And a nice assist from Brunson. Brunson's got his 3rd assist of the night.
Bridges knew there was daylight, using his sleight of hand to get the bucket.
Here's Matthews. Back to Siakam. Outside Mathurin. There's the triple. Nice start for him. Sinking his first shot.
That's how you up the ante. Come right back at him.
A little back and forth from long range. I love it. That's a terrific answer there.
Now here's Brunson. It's a 3-point game. Outside Hart. Towns a screen on Siakam. Hart from long range. And again, New York with the triple.
12 straight points off threes. This defense is not extending very well.
You know, they're having free reign from beyond the arc. The defense is just not there.
Here's Siakam, a real weapon on offense, averaging around 24 and a half a game. Pass to Matthews from downtown. And it's New York with a rebound. This their first chance to take a look at Indiana this season.
This team downed them in last year's conference finals, ultimately ending their championship dreams.
Yeah, a bitter pill to swallow, too. I mean, when you face that team again, that's always, not just in the back of your head, it's in the front of your mind, too. Getting a win would be some kind of consolation.
Now here's Mathurin, coming off a solid outing against Sacramento. Siakam outside. counted from distance. Siakam's got 7 points in the game.
Stretching his range, Pascal Siakam. Long distance score there.
Outside Anunoby. The three is up. Huff pulls it in.
Given his range, you'd expect him to capitalize on that opening.
Matthews passes to Huff. There's a screen. Nembhard for three. Towns with a rebound.
Hey, it was a good look, one he normally capitalizes on.
Bridges outside to the inside. And there's Towns on the assist by Bridges. That's 7 points for Karl Anthony Towns.
Towns attacks the basket with such a ferocity and never give up attitude. I love that about him, guys.
To the middle. Tries a 10-footer. Again, the Pacers. Good for two more. Knicks leading by 3. And here's Bridges. He has 6. And it's powered home by Towns.
Leaving no doubt on that one. The explosiveness of Towns, really powerful.
And timeout called by Rick Carlisle. I think right now he might be looking at some adjustments. They put up a nice win against Sacramento last time out.
It really was the strength of their D helping them to force a lot of mistakes.
Yeah, and causing a lot of turnovers, as you well know, means cashing in on those opportunities, which really can put a team in a bad way in a hurry.
New York making a switch here. Clarkson's checked in. And while we have a moment, here's a good chance to bring up the top rebounders in the NBA this season. Second, Karl Anthony Towns.
Just so strong on the boards. That's a skill that helps your team win games.
Nembhard, the pass to Siakam. There's a screen. Back to Nembhard. Shot clock at 6. Here's Matthews. He buries it from 3.
Defensively, you have to stay connected to him on the perimeter.
Now Brunson. A 35-point game for him in the win against the Raptors in Toronto.
And you can make a case and argue that Cat is perhaps one of the greatest, if not the greatest, shooting big man of all time. And he's still got a lot of runway in front of him for his career.
And a moment here to take a look at the scoring breakdown for New York.
Yeah, their early focus on outside scoring has paid off. They're finding plenty of points from three-point land.
Cultivating a lot of assists right now, which is beautiful to see. Love the way they're working that ball around.
And he knocks down the first one. Well, Grant, we are creeping closer to the halfway point of the season. And some teams have really found their identity.
Yeah, that's right, B.A. We know who most of these squads are now. And their opponents do too. And as the year goes on, the better the scouting reports get.
And so Towns nails them both. And really the heartbeat of this Knicks team is Jalen Brunson, Grant.
Yeah, B.A., the lifeblood, both on the court and his willingness to take less on his contract, giving them the leeway to enhance their talent.
Here's Nembhard. Clarkson grabs a miss.
Working from medium range, he was trying to take what the defense gave him there.
Pass to Brunson. Outside Hart. Here's Towns. Again gets it to go. He can't miss. 5 for 5.
He's lifting up this team with his offensive output. What a big-time quarter for him.
On the wing, Matherin. Siakam outside. And again, it's the Pacers from deep.
Only one miss in his first 6 shots. He's definitely brought his A game.
Pass to Bridges. Towns outside. New York needs to get off a shot here. Hart can't hit.
And he probably thought he was going to bury that one.
Here's Matthews. Back to Siakam. Takes a three. It's rebounded by New York. They put up a nice win against Toronto last time out.
Oh my, talk about mental toughness. The crowd was roaring against them. They were able to focus and finish the task at hand.
Well, you know, it takes character, poise, toughness to win on the road, and that's exactly what they showed last game.
And Indiana with some changes. Jackson, he's checked in for Huff. Walker comes in for Matthews. And it's McConnell in for Nembhard. Robinson, he's checked in for New York. Now here's Towns. He's got 13. Hart with a screen on Siakam. Pass to Hart from behind the arc. Can't get it. He's now 1 of 4 from the floor. Pacers trail by 3. Now here's Siakam, covered by Towns, and Siakam gets it to go.
Both efficient and prolific. He's already hit 6 buckets out of his 8 attempts.
Outside Hart. Towns outside. From deep. It's hauled in by McConnell. And so McConnell will bring it up for Indiana. Pass to Siakam. And he drops in the layup off the glass. Siakam's got 16 points now.
Nice touch there from Siakam to get a hard bucket inside.
The Knicks shooting a phenomenal 60% in the first. Towns outside. Back to Brunson. To win the cold spell. That one's good. And it's Towns with the assist. And the Knicks lead by 1.
Inside Brunson is pretty deadly, just dropping his shot in.
McConnell passes to Siakam. And it's Siakam again missing.
Well, he won't miss many of those, not when he gets a good look like that.
Time now to hear from our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Thank you so much. Well, the Pacers are moving as one. Coach Rick Carlisle said the thing I love about this team is that we're a true team. We're a group that needs each other. We work at communication, we're collaborative. We make sure our guys have a voice, and we're all in it together. Back to you, Brian.
They win by committee. Thank you very much for the report, Allie. And it's the Knicks with the ball, following the bucket by the Pacers. Back to Brunson. Got a hand on it, and it's out of bounds to the Knicks. New York will retain possession. Robinson Earl's checked in for Indiana. Thompson comes in for Mathurin. New York also changing it up. Mikal Bridges comes in for Hart, and it's McBride in for Jalen Brunson. Off the inbound pass. Indiana with a rebound. Thompson passes to Jackson. Some nice passing by Indiana here. McConnell looking around. Outside Walker. Pass to Robinson Earl. 5 on the clock. Indiana needs to get a shot off. McConnell from outside. It's hauled in by Robinson. New York trailing. Clarkson passes to Towns. And yep, it's good. 15 points for Karl Anthony Towns.
Look, how do you come up with a strategy to defend Towns on a night like this? I'm anxious to see you try it.
Now here's Walker in his last outing with 12 points. That three's off the mark. Towns passes to McBride. Pass to Robinson. Here's Towns. He gets it. He's 7 for 8 and really going at him out there.
He's putting on a show this quarter, and the team's feeding off his energy.
Thompson outside. Back to McConnell. The floater. Here's Robinson Earl. Outside Walker. McConnell outside. Back to Walker. Pass to Robinson Earl. Indiana again missing. It's been all about Karl Anthony Towns for New York. He was dominant this quarter, scoring in bunches. Time for a quick break, then back to the action. And this has been a fairly close game through the first quarter. We'll see what happens here in the second. And from what we've seen from New York, what's your take so far?
Well, it seems like they went in looking to do damage from long range, and they faced little resistance.
And you know what? That's what happens when you establish your three-point game early. Puts the defense right up against it.
Isaiah Jackson is out there with Jeremiah Robinson-Earl. Then there's Jarris Walker. Then there's T.J. McConnell. So that's the group out there for Indiana. You know, looking at T.J. McConnell's start in the NBA, is it fair to say his days during the process era of the Sixers helped him, Clark?
I don't think there's any question, but I think PJ came to the game with an edge. I watched him play in high school and couldn't take my eyes off of him because he just made plays, whether it was stealing the ball, pressuring the ball, driving and creating for teammates. I mean, he plays with such confidence and energy and tenacity. He's a valuable player to have in your second unit.
Tries the 9-footer, and that one's good. Clarkson. And the Knicks lead by 5.
Transition defense, not matching up well with Clarkson's speed there.
McConnell passes to Jackson. Pass to Walker. There's a screen by Robinson-Earl. Now McConnell. Good, and it's Walker who picks up the assist.
Nice setup. Excellent team basketball.
Up top, Robinson. Pass to Clarkson. The baseline J is on the way. Indiana with a rebound. Jackson with it. Yet to see a basket. Jackson with a screen on Clarkson. McConnell against Bridges. McConnell, good. Now just a 1-point Knick lead.
Boy, McConnell is slippery and sly with that orange. I mean, catching the defense by surprise with that move. Always keeps that dribble alive, which makes him dangerous.
Yabusele can't hit. And so McConnell will bring it up for the Pacers. They've only given up 2 points this quarter. Outside Walker. For 3. The rebound by Yabusele. New York has gone 5 of 12 from three-point range tonight. Pass to Bridges. Clarkson outside. Off target at the rim.
I thought he had that one. I think he did too.
Jackson, the pass to McConnell. Here's Robinson-Earl. And here's Jackson. He's covered by Yabusele. Already 5 lead changes here.
Speaks to how evenly matched these teams have been thus far.
And so Mike Brown decides to call a timeout. He might have seen something and needs to review with his guys. Towns, he's checked in for New York. Anunoby comes in for Clarkson. Okay, it's time for the 2K leaderboard. The top teams in blocks during the last month of play. The Pacers, second.
These guys have been so impressive down low on the defensive end, denying shots left and right over the past month.
And in the second quarter, a little under 3.5 minutes played already. Towns outside. Walker against Anunoby. Back to Towns. Towns doing some work on the interior.
A force in close. When Towns smells that rim, he goes right to it.
Outside Walker. Towns against Siakam. Jackson with a screen on Towns. Back to Walker. Here's the three. That drops. And it comes off an assist from Siakam. Siakam's got his 4th assist in this one. Bridges outside. Outside Robinson. New York working the ball around now. McBride tried to answer back, but that three is off the mark. For Indiana, they've gone 4 for 6 here in the second. Outside Walker. Pass to Siakam. Jacks up a three. And Anunoby pulls it down.
He had more than enough room to hit that. Just couldn't make it happen.
And so he draws the foul, headed to the line to shoot a pair. It's on Jarris Walker. And a lot of spot-up shooters now adding a one-dribble pull-up three to the repertoire.
And when you have defenders selling out to contest that catch and shoot, you got to reload, relocate, and let it fly. It's a valuable counter for those long-distance specialists.
First free throw is good. All right, on the line, we've got our insider, Shams Charania. What do you have for us, Shams?
Well, on the heels of star Tyrese Halliburton's unfortunate Achilles tear, the Pacers losing starting center Miles Turner in free agency, this is a team that had boasted tremendous depth. And that depth will be tested what amounts to something of a gap year in Indy.
They'll be challenged for certain. Shams, appreciate the report. And since the turn of the century, die-hard Knicks fans had dealt with some lean years, Grant, until recently.
No doubt, B.A., and they're happy to see meaningful games. The arrival of Jalen Brunson just changed things, and they've gone all in to surround him with talent.
Siakam gets the bucket.
And what's working here? Each guy is willing to make the next pass.
Knicks trail by 3. Outside Anunoby. Kabasele outside. Pass to McBride. Fires from the wing. Walker pulls down the board. And here are the Pacers now. They're on a 12-4 run. Oh, it's stolen by Towns. And here comes the break. Outside McBride. This one for 3. New York again can't hit. Indiana leading by 3. Here's Matthews. Pass to Walker. Nembhard against Anunoby. Puts up a 3. And it's New York with a rebound. Towns has got his 4th rebound in this one. Now Anunoby cuts off the pass. Here's Huff. 8 points in his last time out. On the wing, Nembhard. Pass to Siakam. Outside Walker. Now Nembhard fires the 3, and the three-pointer goes. Nembhard's got 5.
Adjustment time for these guys. The defense has to make some adjustment here.
Kabasele a screen on Walker. And Anunoby for 3. The rebound by Matthews.
And I'm surprised that didn't go down. I mean, I'm sure he is too.
Here's Nembhard. The kick out to Walker. Let's go with a 3. And it's New York with a rebound. They're getting into the back half of a 4-game road trip. Back to Bridges. Pass to Towns. Fades. And that's basket number 9 for him. He's 9 for 10.
For a big guy like Towns to have that mid-range game in his bag, that's a big-time weapon for their offense.
And timeout called by Rick Carlisle. We might see him looking to make some tweaks to the strategy. He's checked in for Walker. New York also changing it up. Clarkson's checked in for Bridges. And it's Jalen Brunson in for McBride. Here's Matthews. Siakam outside. Pass to Mathurin. Siakam left side. Over Yabusele. Siakam, that's good. Siakam's got 21 points in the game.
This is what they were hoping to get from him tonight. Solid performance.
Nembhard against Brunson. To the paint. And it goes out of bounds. That one off Nembhard. And a moment to check out who New York has coming up. On Saturday, they'll go up against Franz Wagner and the Orlando Magic. And then on Thursday, they'll face off against Pascal Siakam and the Indiana Pacers.
And for that game against Miami, on paper, they should be expected to come away with a win. However, this might be one of those trap games if they aren't fully engaged.
Here's Brunson. Cans it from the wing.
The lefty getting it to go. Jalen Brunson once again.
Now here's Siakam. A 23-point game for him in the win against Sacramento. Oh, Siakam with the power and body control.
And his fantastic performance from the last game has carried over to tonight.
And you know, that's how it goes with him. I mean, his hot streaks, guys, don't last minutes. They last days.
Back to Yabusele. Pass to Anunoby. Clarkson for three. Nails it from three. Clarkson's got 5 points now this quarter.
You know, Clarkson really working on his range, and defenses better wise up to it.
Here's Siakam. Ooh, Siakam shrugging off the contact.
Hey, they're just getting pushed around inside.
Yeah, you can't say that with enough emphasis. I mean, the defenders are just not being aggressive enough down low. You got to play with some physicality in the paint.
Towns for three. Yes, and a nice assist from Brunson. Brunson's got 4 assists now tonight.
One of the all-time shooting bigs. Towns is a marksman from deep.
Now here's Siakam. Siakam using his length inside.
That's been the story of their offense so far, getting a number of looks from point-blank range.
Looking back at the start of his career, Siakam only took a year or two to make his mark.
And, you know, B.A., he's just the kind of guy we love watching play. I mean, you know what you're going to get from him every night. Tremendous effort and the ability to impact the game at both ends. He's consistent, reliable, steady, and he can be explosive at the offensive end.
Here's Brunson. Indiana with a rebound. Huff's got rebound number 5 here tonight. Inside, it's tipped. Up top, Siakam. A nice passing by Indiana here. Pass to Matthews. Launches it. Towns with a rebound. Towns has got rebound number 5 here tonight. Here's Brunson. And the officials whistle a foul on the shot. The bucket is good, and he'll go to the line.
Looking more confident offensively. I think he's starting to find a groove.
All right, Greg, can you talk about what Jalen Brunson has brought to the Knicks?
You know, B.A., he's made them relevant again. New York can be a demanding place to play with the expectations and the media. But he's taken the bull by the horns and had immediate success.
And the Pacers making a change here. Jackson is checked in. Hart's checked in for New York. Mikal Bridges comes in for Clarkson. You know, Clark, despite winning 3 championships prior to the NBA days, the Pacers are still looking for their first NBA title.
Yeah, they've been close a couple of times in the history of the NBA, 2000 and 2025. They've had some really great teams over the years in the 90s and 2010s, and they came close last year, and I think they'll continue to knock and one day kick that door in.
Here's Brunson after the basket by Indiana on the other end. Chalk up 2 there.
Doesn't matter which hand he uses, Brunson is an excellent finisher around the rim.
Brunson against Nembhard. Outside Mathurin. And he drives in. He's in his comfort zone. 2 for 2 to start this one.
Hey, it's typically a positive for this offense when he's assertive and looking to score.
And keeping us updated from the sideline, Allie LaForce.
Thank you, Brian. OG Anunoby is so disruptive. He's led the league in steals. And he said, I want to be the defensive player of the year. I've always thought I was the best defender in the league. I'm athletic enough, strong enough, and smart enough to defend every single position. Back to you.
Very confident. Thanks much for the report, Allie. Outside Hart. Back to Brunson. Check out Brunson going to work inside.
And off the jump, they were effective from deep. I don't know why they haven't continued to fire from out there.
Yeah, I mean, test the hot hand. You're exactly right. I say let those triples fly.
Here's Matthews. No good on the three. Knicks trail by 3. Down low. Here's Towns. Oh, Towns drops the hammer.
Making sure of it with the two-hand slam, B.A.
Yeah, I don't blame him. With the score this tight, you cannot take a chance here.
I get the feeling, guys, that he may be sensing that this is a critical time in this game.
Siakam, that's good.
He's officially taken over this first half, making all the right reads.
With 1 on the clock. The shot misses, and the first to an end. We've got a close game going here. It's the Pacers. They're up by 3. Stay with us, folks. We'll be back just after halftime to get the third quarter started.
Fans, let's wrap it up. Get ready for your pocket drive. Arena Entertainment.
Greetings, Shaq, Kenny, and EJ here as we tip off the show with a look at our mid-season Eastern Conference standings. And we're going to take a moment to talk about something. I've been seeing Shaq's face everywhere lately. Kenny, do you think it's fair to say Shaq is the king of sponsorships?
Interesting question, Ernest. Shaq, I do see you a lot in a lot of commercials, but I don't know if I call you the king of anything.
Ernie is right. I am indeed the king of sponsorship. Everybody wants the big diesel stamp of approval.
Shaq, you ever think of doing any pro bono work? I've got a neat spot that I think you'd be perfect for.
Where's that restaurant at?
And now looking at the Pacers in this one, no separation to be found from either side.
They're getting a lot of looks at the rim, and that defense has no answer for it.
Yeah, sometimes that happens. The opponent just doesn't have the guys to stop you.
Thanks for joining us. Time to head back over to the third quarter with Brian Anderson.
And after a fairly even first couple of quarters, this second half could turn out to be a great one as both teams trying to gain an edge. Man, what can you say? Pascal Siakam, an impressive effort here today.
They've leaned on him to provide a lot of offense, and that's how he likes it.
And you know what? They've come at him a few different ways defensively, and nothing has slowed him down.
Indiana leading by 3. Checking out the group from Mike Brown to start the second half. Josh Hart is out there with Karl Anthony Towns. Then it's Mikal Bridges, then it's OG Anunoby, and it's Brunson in at the 1 spot. Now here's Mathurin. 6 to shoot. He hits it just before the shot clock expires. Mathurin's got 7 points.
And Mathurin is an impressive scorer, skilled at finding ways to convert around the rim.
Pass to Towns. Out to Bridges. Fires from deep. And it's Towns with the power finish.
And, you know, for all his perimeter skills, Towns also bringing that physicality inside.
Nembhard, the pass to Matthews. They set the pick. Now here's Siakam. Takes the 3. It's rebounded by New York. Towns has got 7 rebounds in the game. Pass to Bridges. Now it's Hart. And here's Brunson from the arc. Yes, sir! Brunson for 3.
And you can't forget to guard these corner spots, or guys like Brunson will hurt you.
Outside Mathurin. Some nice passing by Indiana here. Siakam against Hart. Siakam, pass to Nembhard. Pass to Huff. There's the three. And Anunoby pulls it down.
I think adrenaline was a factor there. He wanted to hit that answer three so badly.
Nembhard against Brunson. He's got it going on. Now 7 for 10.
Nice little bounce in their step since the break. 3 for 4 to start the half.
Nembhard, the pass to Mathurin. Siakam outside. Pass to Nembhard. Here's Mathurin, and they force the shot clock violation. Great D.
6th in blocks, and team rebounding isn't a strong suit of theirs right now. Only in the top 20 across the league. You'd love to see them really fight for every miss.
And circling back to those block numbers, this squad has been all about protecting the rim this season. That spot in the top 10 for blocks is proof that it's working for them. The Knicks have gotten 3 of 4 shots to fall so far in the third. Bridges outside. Brunson surveys. Lets it go from deep. It's rebounded by Indiana. It's a quick turnaround on the road. Just one game. Nembhard, the pass to Siakam. Right around 3 minutes into this second half. Back to Nembhard, looking to win the run. That drops, and it comes off an assist from Siakam. Siakam's got 5 assists in the game. New York has gone only 1 of 3 from deep here in the third. Bridges outside. Back to Brunson. It falls again. He's now 8 for 12 from the floor. And it's amazing. Neither team has been able to hold the lead for any length of time.
Yeah, these guys are leaving it all on the floor tonight.
And timeout called by Rick Carlisle. A moment to rest and confer on the game plan.
Adjustments are a part of every game and every quarter of a game. I think Coach sees something here.
And you know what? We'll see what changes he makes coming out of this timeout.
Now coming onto the...
And taking a look at the last 10 games, these are the teams that have attacked the offensive glass and been rewarded for their efforts. Number 1, the Knicks.
This squad's been attacking the offensive glass with a ton of energy lately, and it's paid off with a nice pile of second chance points.
In the third quarter with just over 3.5 minutes off the clock. Here's Mathurin. Nembhard outside. Pass to Siakam. Three-pointer. And it's New York with a rebound. Towns has got rebound number 8 now. Anunoby against Mathurin to the middle. And it's Towns with the power finish.
Fighting hard there. Impressive move by Towns. Will go to the line for one more.
And a moment now to quickly take a look at the offensive approach for the Knicks.
I mean, they played some beautiful basketball all game. The passing has been impressive, and it's opened up things with their ball movement.
You know, they've been knocking down triples, too. They've continued to make the most of their opportunities from behind the arc as well.
Jackson, he's checked in for Indiana. And Grant, while most didn't expect it, last season the Pacers made the second NBA Finals appearance in their franchise's history.
Yeah, B.A., there's so much belief right now in that locker room. They never feel like they're out of a game, and that makes them dangerous.
Here's Matthews. Pass to Siakam. Lets the three fly. Hits a three-pointer. Siakam's got 34.
Backing up that last three with another three. The defense has to stop giving them so many clean looks.
Outside Anunoby. Outside Hart. Fires for three. Mathurin with a rebound. Mathurin's got 5 rebounds tonight. Here's Matthews, covered by Towns. Here's Siakam. Siakam fires one down.
Siakam is really effective on either side of the pick and roll, and that's part of what makes him a great scorer. He can get it a lot of different ways.
Here's Brunson outside. Drills it from deep. Brunson's got 21.
The offense is flowing through him right now. He just keeps coming.
Nembhard, the pass to Jackson. So nice passing by Indiana here. And here's Siakam for three. Karl Anthony Towns comes up with a rebound. Towns has got 9 rebounds now. Towns, a screen on Mathurin. Anunoby passes to Hart. And Hart throws it down.
Way too easy for Hart. This is why the defense has to push him out of the paint.
Pass to Siakam. That one goes in. Siakam's got 7 points for the quarter.
Got the better of the defense that time. Easy trip to the rim.
Bridges outside. Back to Brunson. Oh, he nails it. 10 for 14 after that one.
And now almost all their points coming from the paint.
Pacers trail by 4. And timeout called by Rick Carlisle. He'll take the opportunity to regroup. You have to like what we're seeing from Karl Anthony Towns.
He just continues to deal damage inside. They've got to figure a way to slow him down.
The Pacers coming out of the court. Let's turn it up.
Robinson Earl's checked in for Indiana. Clarkson's checked in for New York. Pass to Jackson. Back to Nembhard. The 3-ball. The Knicks with the rebound. Towns has got double-digit rebounds now in the game. Towns a screen on Mathurin. To the inside. And there's Towns on the assist by Bridges. Bridges has got 5 assists in the game.
A developing part of Bridges' game. Great job facilitating in the pick and roll there.
Nembhard, good. Nembhard's got 12.
There's a touch of artistry to the floater. Takes feel as much as skill.
Clarkson passes to Hart. Back to Clarkson. Outside Hart. Towns on a screen. Shot's good by Hart. Hart's got his 3rd bucket of the night.
You know, getting inside and doing damage there really elevates Hart's game, and I'd like to see him be that kind of all-around threat.
Now here's Nembhard. He's got 12. Jackson with a screen on Clarkson. Matthews passes to Nembhard. 5 to shoot. Over Brunson. And it's rebounded by Karl Anthony Towns. Towns has got 11 rebounds in the game. Pass to Clarkson. The rebound by Nembhard. Pacers trail by 6. Robinson Earl down low. He's guarded by Bridges. And here's Bridges. He'll bring it up for the New York Knicks. Here's Clarkson. Sinks that one from the post. He has 7.
Nice counter move by Clarkson. The defense plays him to take it to the rack. He floats one in on him instead.
Nembhard finds Mathurin. Soft touch off the glass.
Yeah, tricky move by Mathurin, showing us how effectively he can run the pick and roll.
Outside Brunson. Towns on a screen. 4-3. Brunson misses.
Man, that's his shot. Maybe he was too wide open.
Bridges against Nembhard. Pass to Mathurin. Jackson with a screen on Brunson. Outside Mathurin. Over Brunson. Shot's good by Mathurin. And now it's just a 4-point New York lead. New York has gone 2 of 6 from downtown here in the second half. Clarkson against Nembhard. And that one's good. Clarkson.
And how? I mean, they're taking this defense to task, taking them to school. Every one of their last 10 points have come in the paint.
Jackson down low. Towns on him. Jackson gets the bucket.
High percentage play. He's excellent around the rim.
Brunson passes to Hart. Towns for 3. Mathurin with a rebound. Mathurin's got 6 rebounds in the game.
Going into halftime, he had 2 threes in his pocket, but hasn't added to that total since.
Jackson drawing the double team. Fires the 3. Robinson Earl with the bucket. Robinson Earl's got himself on the board with a 3 there.
He was free to fire at his leisure there, not much resistance.
Towns up top. Back to Brunson. And the call will be against Benedict Mathurin. That's his first foul of the game. Some changes for Indiana. Walker comes in for Matthews. And it's McConnell in for Nembhard. New York also changing it up. Robinson, he's checked in for Karl Anthony Towns. Yabusele comes in for Hart. And it's McBride in for Clarkson. Now here's Robinson. Hasn't gotten one to fall yet. Pass to Brunson. Launches a 3. Gets the 3 ball to go. And the Knicks lead by 4.
Brunson getting loose. He's calling his own number to great effect in this one.
McConnell outside. Now Jackson. Can't get it to drop. Knicks leading by 4. 1:07 left in the third. And count the basket. He was fouled, and he's going to the line for one more. And this is his first trip to the line tonight. And Indiana with some changes. Pascal Siakam, he's checked in for Robinson Earl. And it's Thompson in for Mathurin. And a switch here also for New York. Clarkson's checked in for Jalen Brunson. .107 left in the third quarter. And here's McConnell. Checking his numbers. He's put up a little over 9 points a game. And here's Siakam for 3. And it's New York with a rebound. Now Clarkson. 9 points in the game. Yabusele a screen on Walker. Here's Bridges. Here's McBride. Sends it home from three-point land. McBride's got 6.
Since half, there's been a stark contrast between these teams. I'm talking about efficiency at the offensive end.
And that's why you have such a huge gap in the shooting numbers between the teams.
Now here's Jackson. As far as his production, he's averaging about 8 points per game. Walker sets a screen. 6 on the shot clock. A good look from Siakam. Nails the wide-open jumper. 40 points for Pascal Siakam.
When Siakam catches fire, he's hard to extinguish. I mean, his hot streaks go real hot.
And that one's good. Clarkson. And the Knicks lead by 10.
And trust me, when the D's slow to react, he'll be the first guy to make them pay.
Boy, the defense looks shell-shocked. I mean, they're on the ropes right now, on their heels.
And here at the end of the third, it's a double-digit ball game. It's the Knicks. They're up by 10. And we're coming right back. Be sure to stay with us as we get set for quarter number 4. All right, let's take a look at our assist of the game presented by State Farm.
And I'll tell you what, this was a no-brainer tonight. Take a look at the precision on this feed. couldn't place it any better.
Served him up a tasty room service dime right there, boy.
It's the fourth.
And this is it. Glad to have you along for this fourth quarter. Siakam and Jackson playing together in the front court. Thompson out there with T.J. McConnell. And it's Walker in at the small forward position. That's the 5 for the Pacers. And that one's good. Clarkson.
Looks like he's shooting with a lot more confidence here in the second half.
Pass to McConnell. Beyond the arc. It's hauled in by Robinson. Knicks leading by 12. Outside Anunoby. To the paint. The ball's knocked loose, and it's going to be out of bounds. The Knicks will retain possession. Robinson Earl's checked in for Thompson.
For the Pacers, number 25, Jeremiah Robinson Earl.
Here's Clarkson. That's in. Coming off an assist from Towns. Towns has got his 4th assist in this one. The Pacers' shooting has been excellent so far, around 56%. Pass to McConnell. Fourth quarter just getting started. 1 minute in the books. Nice shot by Walker.
No hesitation. Nice work by Walker, not overthinking it.
McBride with it. Towns for 3. Offensive board. Clarkson for 3. Buries it from 3. Clarkson's got 7 points here in the quarter.
Things started to click for him in the second half. You can tell the focus and the intent is all there.
To the wing on the left. Back to McConnell. Clock at 6. Pass to Walker from outside the arc. Karl Anthony Towns comes up with a rebound. Towns has got 12 rebounds here tonight. Big time effort. And there's the call on Karl Anthony Towns. That's his first foul of the game.
I love great defense. Just quick to establish his feet, and he takes the hit.
And not afraid to put his body on the line either. He took a shot for the team in that situation.
New York making a switch here. Pacers trail by 14. And we're about 2 minutes into the fourth now. Pass to Siakam. Back to McConnell. The 3. Nails it from beyond the arc.
McConnell selective when it comes to shooting the 3. But when he does take it, he has a good chance of going in for him.
Robinson, a screen on Siakam. And Anunoby for 3. And again, New York with the triple.
Man, this is just fun. These teams are trading threes back and forth.
Nothing like answering back. One team gets 3, you fire 3 of your own. Boom.
Now here's Walker. And he can't answer back. The 3-pointer offline. Outside McBride. Pass to Towns. Outside Anunoby. To the left side wing. The 3 is up. Indiana with a rebound. Here's Siakam. McConnell outside. Back to Siakam. Inside. Here's Robinson Earl. No good that time. Good work defensively by Robinson. Outside McBride. From the arc. The rebound by Jackson. Jackson's got 4 rebounds in the game. McConnell outside. Jackson, pass to Siakam. So nice passing by Indiana here. Fades and shoots. Robinson Earl, no good.
Take what's available. Use the fadeaway when the defender's there on you.
Anunoby against Siakam. Anunoby passes to Towns. Outside McBride. Fires from deep. Pascal Siakam with the rebound.
You wonder where was the defense that time, but they got lucky.
To the middle. Now here's Jackson. Defense right on it. Oh, and makes it with the kiss.
That's a gimme right there. That's exactly what you want.
Knicks leading by 12. And it's Mike Brown calling timeout here. He wants their game plan to be crystal clear at this point. And a new group getting ready for Indiana. Huff's checked in for Jackson. Benedict Mathurin comes in for Robinson Earl. Matthews, he's checked in for Walker. And Andrew Nembhard subbed in for McConnell. And let's send it over to Allie LaForce.
Mike Brown was just reviewing the plan with his team. He told his guys, let's not waste this advantage. Hold on to it. Stay aggressive. Let's not give up ground. Coach wants to see his team staying strong out there, guys.
Appreciate the report, Allie. Now here's Brunson. Bridges outside. Down to 5 on the shot clock. This one for 3. Sinks it from distance.
Oh, productive from back there. Bridges showing the range.
Pass to Huff. Back to Nembhard. Takes it inside, and he slams it in one-handed.
I love whenever Nembhard goes into attack mode, slicing to the rim assertively there.
Nembhard against Brunson. Outside Hart. Screen by Robinson. From outside the arc. And again, New York with the triple.
His first half performance, somewhat forgettable, but now he's pouring it on.
Pass to Matthews. Nembhard against Brunson. Outside Mathurin. Here's Matthews. Fires for 3. The Knicks pull it in. Robinson's got his 7th rebound here tonight.
They've had a slight leg up on the boards and a big leg up on the scoreboard.
Well, you take a look at all of the stats, the team stats that is, and that's one of the many areas that they've had the advantage. And as a result, they've got a big lead.
And here's Indiana now, after the basket by New York on the other end. To the inside, Siakam, well-timed pass, and he goes straight to the bucket for the layup.
Rising to the challenge. He's given them everything he's got.
Bridges outside. Back to Brunson. Bridges outside. Takes the 3. Basket is good. Off the assist from Brunson. Brunson's got his 5th assist in this one.
They're getting torched on the perimeter. 4 of the last 5 buckets have been 3s.
It's hard for me to watch this. I mean, the defense practically giving them those shots.
Here's Huff. Nembhard outside. No good from outside.
And you just can't afford to give up that kind of look very often.
Now here's Bridges. Pass to Brunson. Up top, Robinson. For 3, Bridges. Mathurin with a rebound. And here's Mathurin. He'll bring it up for the Pacers. 19-point game. And he gets the bucket.
Looks like we're starting to see a pattern here. Not afraid to get in the paint and get wet.
Well, I agree with you. 4 of their last 5 baskets have been exactly of that variety.
Robinson, a screen on Nembhard. Throws it up high. Here's Huff. Brunson defending. Nembhard outside. Siakam, the pass to Huff. Uses the glass on the layup.
And I say, hey, if it keeps working, go to it. Stay with it. I mean, until the defense responds and provides more resistance, keep making them pay.
Now here's Brunson. Bridges outside. Jacks up a 3. He drops it from range.
They've been pretty lax with their perimeter defense, giving up a lot of 3-pointers.
And their defensive rotations have been non-existent.
Siakam finds Nembhard. It's a nice passing by Indiana here. Here's Matthews. Launches it. And it's New York with a rebound. Robinson's got 8 rebounds in the game.
His lack of offense is certainly not helping. Tough to overcome that.
Now here's Brunson. Not a lot of room, and the bucket is good. Brunson's got 28 points for the game.
And, man, you got to appreciate how efficient Brunson is. I mean, he takes and makes high-percentage shots.
Nembhard outside. Pass to Siakam. Oh, and he got fouled on his way up. He'll head to the line to shoot 2. And last season, the worst in about 2 decades for games lost to injury, Clark. Cause for concern?
I certainly think so, but I mean, I am a fan of load management, but I think it should be in practice time. That way, the guys can play as many games as possible for their team and the fans. Load management should be, I think, managed in the practice schedule.
That's good from Siakam.
You look back on Pascal Siakam's career, you know, he came in a bit raw, actually quite raw as a rookie, but he never stopped working on his game, adding to it. A real development success story and a model for any young, aspiring pro player.
The Knicks making a switch here. Towns is checked in. Siakam hits them both. Here's Brunson. Outside Anunoby. Now Brunson. Pulls the trigger. Rebounded by Matherin.
Surprising to see that he had so much room from mid-range. I think he was surprised too.
And a one-handed slam.
Elevates and detonates the one-hand stuff.
Picture perfect.
I'm glad he didn't go overboard and try to do too much there.
Now here's Bridges. Outside Hart. Here's Bridges. Brunson. And the 3 misses. Pacers trail by 16. 1:51 left in the 4th. Matherin outside. Oh, putting in work inside.
Great body control allows Matherin to finish through contact.
And here's Bridges. He'll bring it up for New York. Now Anunoby. Outside Brunson. Towns fires. 10-footer is good.
They came out and had a statement win with their performance tonight. A fantastic effort to get it done here for the Knicks.
And at first glance, it appeared to be an easy win for them. However, they had to weather some storms along the way, Greg.
Yeah, in terms of competitiveness, it was a lot closer than the final score indicates.
And a good performance to bring them their 18th win of the year. And what a huge performance it was for Karl Anthony Towns.
Boy, he was a man-child menace on the boards, outworking everybody. Boy, that's a tone setter for this team, too.
Bridges! Ooh, rising fire.
And guys, that's got to be the dagger. This is how you finish a game.
Yeah, what a time to put the hammer down. Any hope of a comeback? Diminished.
Now here's Siakam. Down it goes! 13-point lead. And here's Brunson. Anunoby, a screen on Nembhard. Oh, it's off! 23 seconds left in the 4th quarter. Matherin, and he gets it from 15. And the Knicks with possession. Outside Brunson. And so it's the Knicks taking care of business in this one. Exceptional effort on the road. They were ready and they were focused.
Focused indeed. I mean, it takes a strong mental approach to block out the distractions. These guys stepped up 100%.
Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. For Grant Hill, Allie LaForce, and Clark Keller.